to it. And we'd like to thank Desert Financial Credit Union for sponsoring our Community Spotlight program here on KRIM, broadcasting live from the Sawmill Theater Complex. Well, happy Friday, everybody, and hope you're having a wonderful Friday. It's another beautiful day out there, and a lot of great festivities planned for the weekend, so I hope you're able to get out and enjoy everything that's going on in the Rim Country. Well, this morning we're going to be talking about the Payson Warming Center, and in the studio to share with us about the Warming Center and a program called Confidence Kitchen is Emily Bryce and Ernie, and I didn't get your last name, Ernie. Tuttle, Ernie Tuttle. Well, good morning and welcome, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in to share, to talk about the Payson Warming Center, Confidence Kitchen, and I think it is very, very important that members of the community know what you guys do at the Warming Center, all the services you offer, everything you do for the community and people that need help in the community. And it's such an important service to the community. So thank you for always being willing to come in and share on the radio, also on our KRIM radio Facebook page. If you're watching, love to hear from you. But first, I think it's always good to start off just with an explanation of what the Payson Warming Center does, Emily.
So the Payson Warming Center is a 7-day-a-week resource to the community. We offer different programs and services. The main one is we are a 7-day-a-week soup kitchen, so people who are experiencing food insecurities, maybe they are in a house but it's either rent or feed the kids, they're going to feed the kids. So we decided we really needed to step it up these last 5 years, so we're serving 7 days a week. Another service we offer is clean showers and hygiene. We have a dignity pantry which has clean clothing for individuals to just feel human again. We also have an emergency overnight bunkhouse that is open during inclement weather or emergency situations. Another program is the Safe Landing program. If they're non-local, we definitely want to get people back to wherever local is. So we will Greyhound or fly one way to a safe landing. Now, we do have to have a safe connection, so we have to verify that they are going to a safe community where they're going to get resources and they're going to know their community. And it's a way that we know that the longevity of their situation is going to be in a house with friends and family and community.
I think a couple things that I really want to highlight about the Payson Warming Center is, number one, you, Skylar, and everyone that volunteers and is at the Payson Warming Center cares so much about people. People in our community, people that are hurting, struggling, need to be loved. And you guys do an incredible job doing that. So that's number one. Number two is that there can be a misconception, and some people I've heard, and it has changed, thankfully, but this misconception that the Payson Warming Center attracts people to the community and brings people to a community that doesn't have the resources to handle a lot of people that need a lot of assistance. And that's just not true. Because of the Safe Landing program, your focus is to get people back to their communities, and you do that wonderfully. And I mean, you've done that, you know, in so many instances. But people that want to stay in the community, want to contribute, want to get back on their feet, you guys connect them with resources that give them the ability to do that.
Yes, so we work under a local nonprofit. It's called Payson Homeless and Homeless Veteran Initiative. Just like the military used No Man Left Behind, we do that in our community. Now, we can't necessarily take care of Arizona, but we can definitely take care of the Gila County. So Star Valley, Payson, Pine, Strawberry are really rural communities like Geisela, Tonto Basins that don't have a hospital. They don't have a police station on site. I mean, we have our sheriffs, but it's limited between southern Gila County and northern Gila County. So in the last 5 years, we've learned a lot. And being open 7 days a week, we're in crisis every day. We have someone that's coming in need of services. And we can't deplete our poverty resources for our local community of Payson. So that's why the Safe Landing program is very important. We try to connect with the individuals, build that rapport, be a safe individual. So they say, you know what, I have a mom in Kentucky, I'm from there. She said I can come there if I go to detox and I get employment, I'm allowed to stay there. So working with mom, working with local resources, we then help the individual sustain sobriety and get out of being homeless and back into a community. So we definitely don't want to lead a horse to water and drink for them. We want to lead them to water and show them that this is a safe resource, and we will give a warm handoff, whether it's to the police, the emergency department, DPS, sheriff. We work with CBI, Southwest Behavioral Health, locally. Externally, we'll work with other shelters that have more resources. So when an individual is from here, and they're a long-time local, born and raised, we don't want to send them to Kentucky. We want them to get back with their wife and children. So it's very important. So the Confidence Kitchen is that self-development life skill program that is offered every Friday at the Mountain Bible Church Kitchen. It's a 3-hour program. Local people who just want to help can volunteer on Fridays. Wednesdays is my days for clients, people who are experiencing some mental health issues. Maybe they're homeless, or maybe they're just in a hard spot. This program is designed to build confidence and help people not only in a commercial kitchen setting, but they could cook for their family. Maybe it's just somebody that is just a single mom and they just want to get out of the house once a week. That Friday class is a way to get back to your community, learn some life skills, build a community that's strong, and where you can build that rapport of a safe connection where you can share resources, recipes, and just life lived experience.
So now, Ernie, how did you get involved with the Confidence Kitchen?
Well, about 3 years ago I became homeless, and Emily brought spaghetti over to my house. This is when she had, just after she had first started up. It was hip deep snow. And she came up to the house and gave me and my roommates, well, my son was living with me at the time. The next morning, my son looked at us, and the roommates, and said, if you touch the spaghetti, I'm gonna knock you out. Yeah, it was her spaghetti. Well, that's what got me started during the snowstorms and stuff at that, because I lived over here by Wendy's at this end of town where the warming center was at the other end. Well, we had a lot of homeless here at this end. So I'd invite them in during the snowstorms and stuff to eat at my house instead of trying to trek all the way over there. And in doing that, I got involved with Emily through them and stuff, and it just snowballed from there, and I am now off the streets. Yesterday, I got a job.
Amen. That is awesome. That is great. And a big part of that, it started with the Warming Center and Confidence Kitchen and feeding, food, which is, it's very important. it's very important. And that was awesome that you kind of made your own little kitchen, and inviting friends, others that were homeless, that needed the meal over, and it is so much more. You said that, Emily. It's so much more than just a meal. It's that socialization, it's community, it's fellowship, breaking bread together.
Yes.
It's powerful.
It's very powerful. I think everybody would like to experience a safe community and a safe family sitting at the table eating dinner together. Some people, I'm going to say 90% of the individuals coming into the Warming Center were children that were left unattended, that didn't have a good mom or dad. And they didn't have a good day or I love you. And so the people that come into the Warming Center yearn for that love, that family, that connection. And I remember I'm an Italian, and my family was big. When we moved here from New York in 1996, we went from a 100-person Thanksgiving to 5 sad individuals sitting around a lonely table. My parents worked, we didn't eat dinner together anymore, we didn't go to church anymore, and it disconnected. So one of my fondest memories was sitting around the kitchen table, even fighting with my brothers and sisters, and just eating in the same place at the same time. So if I could create that same experience now in 2024, it happens every single day from 5 a.m. or 5 p.m. Don't come at 5 a.m., you won't be there.
I'm like, wow. It's extended hours.
No, it starts at 4, we start serving at 5 p.m. and then dinner ends at 6:30. It feels like home. So we have a food pantry that's severely low, and a lot of the local food banks are. So if you're a local member, donate to your local food banks. Bring some extra food to the Warming Center. There's local deals at the grocery store. Drop them off at the local food banks or the Warming Center. I just want to give Ernie a highlight, a shout out. He's been working really hard these last 3 years through trials, tribulation. The world's not so nice to you when you're on the streets. And we tried this last week. I'm going to say application after application, no after no, or you need this document. And I said, just keep going. And I just kept sending him resources. And I sent him the Chipotle link. And after 3 no's, you know, anybody would be like, you know what, I'm done, I'm going to bed. And he said, you know what, Emily, I just put in my application, I got a job interview Thursday. Thursday he calls me, I got the job. If I could be the proudest person to say I'm proud of you, Ernie, you're working hard. That's what this is all about. God is good if you put in the hard work. And this community is really loving. Through the hard times, through the good times, this community is a blessing. So I just wanted to say, Ernie, I'm proud of you. And I look forward to working with you in our second fine dining dinner at the Mountain Bible. We did this last year. We sold out within 3 days. And this year, our Confidence Kitchen is putting on our second fine dining dinner at the Mountain Bible Church. It'll be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and it'll be on Friday, August 9th.
August 9th. Wow. So everyone listening, watching, mark your calendars. August 9th, that is a Friday. And I went to last year's and it was amazing. It was amazing. The food was amazing. Just to know what it's about, what it's all about, the opportunities that it provides people. That in itself is amazing. But then on top of it, you get a delicious meal as well. So yeah, I highly recommend it to everyone. And you sold out. I mean, there's a limited number of seats.
There's 110 seats, and last year we sold out within 3 days of selling them.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, and I can attest to, you know, what you shared about your family, because my dad's side of the family, Sicilian, and oh my gosh, yeah, they're New Jersey, so all the big family get-togethers, the aunts, the uncles, the cousins, you know, all over the place, and the food.
My grandmother was from Massachusetts.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, back east and everything, we got all her family itself had 9 children in it. My grandfather's family had 8. So, I mean, I've always grown up around a big family.
Yeah.
And my mom always told me that, you know, in the future, everything may go out, but everybody needs to eat.
Yeah.
So why not cook? Feed the masses.
Yeah. No, so true. And you know, it's those, and the word, and I know you used it, and I think it's one of the most important things, connection. Being connected, having connections. If you don't have connections, it doesn't matter who you are, it's lonely, that's sad. Then you know, where's the hope? Where's the love?
And you
Where's
get
the
nowhere in the
joy?
world.
No, you don't get it from the world. well, you know, kick you. You know, just,
And you get nowhere in the world either.
you get nowhere.
Ah.
Yeah. And so those connections are so important. And as you said, Emily, this community is an amazing community. There's so many, you know, kind, caring people in the community. So many people that help, you know, so many other people. It is amazing. I mean, you mentioned with the meals that you serve at the Warming Center. There's an organization and a business that donate on a weekly basis, right? Bring with a meal every week.
Yes, Pizza Factory has been amazing for years. They've been donating 50 servings every Monday. And on
Wow.
Tuesday, it's Post 69 American Legion. And the rest of the 5 days is the Confidence Kitchen and Love'em's Bakery, my private chef business. So we definitely need the help. So if there's any businesses that aren't food entities, they can donate by, you can order food from the deli at Safeway or Bash's. We want to keep it local, or the local restaurants, and we can pick it up or you can deliver. You can do that once a month or once a week. If you're a local restaurant and you'd love to give back as well. We know it's really hard to keep our doors open, so if you don't have the financial stability to donate the 50 servings, we can actually donate you food that you can cook on your in your restaurant, in your commercial kitchen. So if you're a loving, able body and you would love to get your hands dirty in the kitchen, I'd love to have you on Friday at the Confidence Kitchen. The meals served are delicious and they're wholesome and they make you feel like you're a part of the community.
Well, again, if you're just tuning in on the radio or just started watching on our KRIM Radio Facebook page, talking with Emily and Ernie. I love it, Emily and Ernie. It just sounds like I said earlier, band. You're in the kitchen. You're the duet in the kitchen. There you go. And talking about the Payson Warming Center and their Confidence Kitchen program, and just, you know, the amazing impact that the Payson Warming Center and the Confidence Kitchen program has had on you, Ernie, on your life, and many others in the community, and that are now outside of the community. People that, you know, one way or another found their way to Payson and needed some help, needed somebody, and the Payson Warming Center was there for them and got them back home, got them where, you know, they needed to be, and I'm sure they're very appreciative, you know, for that.
I have a 89-year-old woman, sorry Ernie, I have an 89-year-old mother who was estranged from her son. He was 64 years old when he reconnected after 35 years of disconnection. She calls me and texts me every couple of months saying, "Thank you for bringing my sweet Joseph home." She has a second home that they were selling, and now he's there and has a little bike shop that he has in their little Tacoma town. So I'm super blessed to have these connections. So,
That's
were
amazing.
you going to say something?
I was just going to say that I was one of them that was born and raised here. Yeah, I've been here since '78, so
Wow.
yeah, I've watched a lot of the stuff change around here. And,
Yeah, 1978. Wow, yeah, a little different, huh?
no, little. Heck, the hospital I was born in ain't even the same.
Yeah, so 22, so 46 years.
Yeah.
That's, the same time then my friend Barb Underwood, she said, I think it's 47 years, so right at the same time, 77, when her and her husband Patrick moved up here from the valley in 77. And so, yeah, seeing
My
a lot of
grandfather
things.
moved here in '62,
62.
when my mom was 3 years old, yeah.
Wow, yeah, that's going back a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's still, obviously in those times, the sawmill was still here.
Oh yeah, I used to play here in the sawmill.
Yeah,
I used to, the drying racks and stuff, I used to climb up in them and everything here at the sawmill. And,
That sounds like, it reminds me of, back in New Jersey, both my grandparents had farms, and, you know, big farms, and you
Yeah.
play in the barns, the
Well,
silos.
A lot of people in the community don't know that Payson used to actually have a zoo.
Yes, oh
And I
yeah.
used to work out at the zoo when I was 13 and everything.
Yeah, you worked in Star Valley
Yeah.
out there. Yeah, we have a map hanging up here, and
Yeah.
after the program, I have to show you because it has this zoo
Yeah.
on the map there.
Randy, the old zoo keeper
Uh-huh.
out there, is who I worked for and everything.
Wow.
My family, step-family, actually, they own the property out there, so that's why I got the opportunity to work with them and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of stuff about Payson that the community don't even know about anymore.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah. Have you do you ever get over? Have you ever gotten over to the Rim Country Museum?
yes.
Yeah, because wow, there's so many great exhibits in there and pieces of Payson's history.
Yeah.
That I always encourage people, and it's unfortunate because there's some people that have lived here for a while that have never been over there, but it's good to see and to learn about
Yeah.
Payson's history.
The Warming Center Church has been there since '76.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, and there's organizations, so the Northern Gila County Fair, they're celebrating their 70th annual fair.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's 20 years older than the town. The town was incorporated in '73, so we were thinking about it. Town just celebrated 50-year anniversary last year, and the Northern Gila County Fair, 70 years, our world's oldest continuous rodeo. How many, 100 and...
132 something.
Yeah,
40 something.
40 something, yeah, years. So, yeah, it's an amazing community, So, if you're a business or an individual or anyone listening that would like to contribute to the Payson Warming Center, as you said, food, a meal, that they can get in touch with you, and what is a number or way to do that?
So the best way to get a hold of us is come into the Warming Center.
Okay.
If you're unfamiliar with us, come take a tour. We're
Mhm.
open from 4 to 6:30. We do need canned goods. We need soft granola bars, hygiene, travel size hygiene. We're almost out of socks and men's underwear. And monetarily, if you'd like to donate, you can make checks out to Payson Homeless and Homeless Veteran Initiative, or you can do PHHVI, and you can mail that to 2732, or P.O. Box 2732, Payson, Arizona 85547. Our phone number during business hours is 928-474-3190, and after hours for early drop-offs or any information during or after business hours, it's 928-970-2041. I'd like to also say a shout out to the Christian Clinic. They're there every Monday with their med students. And Dr. Hunt's been amazing to this community to help people who don't have insurance. So a lot of the times our individuals that come in have had a bad time with healthcare, or maybe they have never even established healthcare. So building that rapport with Dr. Hunt and her medical students help people get healthier mentally and physically. We also have mental health peer support trained individuals on site every day that help with our crisis or people experiencing a tough day. So the resources out there are at the Warming Center. People just need to feel comfortable and safe enough to obtain those resources.
And you can also, if you're on Facebook, go to the Payson Warming Center's Facebook page. It's just Payson Warming Center. And there's all this information, phone numbers, addresses, more information about the Warming Center. Also, just an example of a couple other organizations that have contributed, and there's so many. There's so many. I just saw on here the Strawberry Patchers.
Yes.
Giving you a ton of water, and FFA, our high school FFA program, giving you hygiene and snack bags.
Yes, and God bless them. We love to get our youth involved. The majority of our volunteers are retired, so we want to teach the kids at a young age to give back to their community and to love others. So if you have a youth group or a church that would like to get involved, we have ways that they can make blessing bags. We go through 50 peanut butter and jellies a night, granola bars, and 50 water bottles or more a day. If those are anything that you have extra on hand or see a deal, come and drop them off. If you'd like a 30-minute presentation, we can come to your church business and give a presentation that shows everything we talked about today, our programs, our services, and how they can give back.
That's yeah, that's great that you offer that and are willing to do that. And how about, do you want to mention also? Well, yeah, here's the Confidence Kitchen, and I think again the date of the next dinner. That's August 9th, right?
Yeah, so we're going to start our sales, the ticket sales on Monday.
Okay.
So please buy them up because they sold out in 3 days.
You may not get one.
Yeah. And so check out our Facebook page, and the menu will be advertised on Monday.
Okay.
Like I said, there's 110 seats this year. We're going to have music, 5 courses, 5 different chefs, 5 different clients that are training under these chefs. And it's just a way to show really what we do in the kitchen and what it feels like dining with the Warming Center.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I've been over to a few dinners, and it's great. You just get to hang out, talk with people, and yeah, it's good, and just have some good fellowship. That's what is enjoyable, to have that fellowship. Also, you mentioned like food bank, donating to the local food bank. And I want to point out how well all the different organizations in town work together. For example, the Time Out Shelter, the food banks, Payson Warming Center. So when you guys, if you get excess or you get in items that can't be used, then you guys are in contact with all the other organizations. Hey, can you use this? Can you use this? I know, what is it, Market on the Move, Payson Market on the Move. Another one, when they would get their food and excess food, taken to different organizations, the senior center. Just, it's great how everyone works together.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to waste food.
Yeah.
We definitely have a logistics problem. So sometimes there's not a food crisis that we don't have food. It's connecting the individuals that have a lot of produce. So sometimes we have farmers that they need to harvest their lettuce because right now it's not the season for lettuce anymore. So I had a man from Geisela said, Emily, I have a whole hoop house sidewall full of it. So me and Ernie, we went and cut it, we washed it, we bagged it, and we were able to give it out to the food banks, individuals, and that way it doesn't go to waste.
Yeah.
So if you have extra stuff, maybe you're like, well, this looks like restaurant, it's too big. We'll take it and get it to the individuals or agencies that could use it. So that way the landfills get a break and people get fed in lifetime without wasting the food.
And the other group, the Payson Community Garden.
Yes.
I know they donate a lot of food to the food bank, and most of the food that is grown in that garden goes to the community.
Yes, that is such a beautiful program that they designed because other local growers, maybe they're growing at their home or they have a huge hoop house out in Diamond Point. Wherever they are, that model that the Payson Garden started influence others to give back also.
Wow, that's great. Well, it's 10:30, but wow, it has been great talking with both of you. And thank you so much, Ernie, for coming on today and sharing, and thanks for all you're doing with the Confidence Kitchen and in the community and taking care of those that need a little bit of help. So thank you. And thank you, Emily, again, for you and Skylar and how much you've put into the Payson Warming Center.
Thank you. I give all thanks to God, or I wouldn't be able to do this.
Amen. That is the truth. That's the truth for all of us, whether we realize it or not. No, well, thank you, and thank you to everyone listening and watching today. And again, hope you have a wonderful, just beautiful day, and the weekend too. Again, there's a lot going on. Payson Farmers Market right here in the parking lot of the Sawmill Theater Complex tomorrow morning, 8 to noon. So if you haven't been out there, you need to get out there and enjoy that. Well, time to get back to the music, and coming up, some Tina Turner, Genesis, the Psychedelic Furs, and more. But first, let's get a quick update from the National Weather Service. All right, turn this off. See you guys.